Hey everybody, Greg here with KillerReviews.com, talking about the new Halloween movie. I cannot believe I didn't see this in theaters. I had planned to, it didn't work out. I'm really bad with seeing stuff in theaters. But I checked it out last Friday, and boy, I'm really surprised at what I saw. So, I put it in Friday night, I was boozing, all the lights were off, we got a new 75-inch TV here. I rented the Blu-ray. I could not have been any more excited to watch this movie. You know how, like, I don't know, for me, when there's a movie like, especially for me, a Friday the 13th, a Halloween, or Nightmare on Elm Street, when there's a new movie out, I literally can't wait to, like, see what I'm going to see. Like, how they're going to open the movie, right? Like, what are the credits going to be like? I remember sitting in under the Nightmare on Elm Street remake that happened, I don't even know, at this point, at least 5 years ago. And I remember sitting in the theater just full of anxiety but excitement, just cannot wait to see what's going to happen next. That's how it was for Halloween. I was really looking forward to this movie, and I heard quite a few good things about it too. So the opening credits come up, and I'm just blown away by the original credit sequence from the first Halloween. The pumpkin getting bigger. I think it was inflating. The music, I believe John Carpenter wrote this score. So I was very impressed by the opening credits. And then it cuts to the scene in the asylum with the checkered floor, which was, when I watched the trailer, I was super excited to see like how that scene would play out because it was really cool. So, it made no sense, right? Like, what hospital ever would just like have squares and chain people to like the cement, right, for like recess or something. So it makes no sense, but it was really cool. The imagery was great. Him holding the mask, the build up. He's like, "Say something, Michael!" Right, and it just cuts the opening credits. The opening I thought was phenomenal. So the movie starts to play out, and I was bummed out that they did the basic, like what every horror movie tends to do is, especially Halloween. After a really cool sequence, they cut to like breakfast time, and it's all bright outside, and the parents are like talking to the kid, and then it shows the kids walking down the street, right? The same old street shot, and these are the kids that are going to get killed. So the format was like very formulaic. I don't know if that's a word, right? I'm surprised they didn't do more to make that more original. So you go along, and I got confused at some point because there's obviously a lot of references to the first movie. I think they're called homages, where you see like kind of the same scene as the first movie, like with the little trick-or-treaters walking, and she hits Michael, and he's like, "Ooh," and he looks down, and she just walks away. That was an original. That was another Halloween movie. The whole like ghost, the sheet over the face was another Halloween movie. The guy on the wall with the knife was another Halloween movie. I just felt like, okay, so I felt like I was watching, I felt like I've already seen the movie, right? So when Michael Myers gets his mask at the gas station, right? Like, I've already seen that. I feel like I've seen Michael Myers go into a bathroom and kill somebody at a gas station like 5 times. I remember, I think it was part 4, he goes into like a gas station, right? And takes out everybody at the gas station. That's where he gets like his whatever, gas person gear, right? His gas station guy gear. So, and I know that there's so many movies, right, that at this point it's kind of hard to like not have some of the same scenes. But at the same time, I feel like you should be aware when you're making a Halloween movie, like, oh, we've already done the whole gas station scene. We've already done the kids walking down the sidewalk joking scene, like over and over and over. We've already done the breakfast scene with the family over and over and over. So, I just thought it was really redundant. And at some point, I really thought, like when Michael Myers escapes, and there's like the broken busts on the side of the road, is tilted over, and they're like walking around in their gowns on the street. I mean, I think that was in part 1, right? And Michael Myers gets on top of the car, right? So it's like, I could be wrong. Maybe it's part 2. I really thought it was part 1, right? But like, it got to the point where I thought maybe it was like a remake or something, like a remake slash like rehash, like a reboot slash remake. like where they were almost telling like the, like telling the same story. It's hard to explain, but I was really confused because there were so many scenes I've seen before. I didn't know what they were trying to do with all that. Like maybe I think that's one of the people. They're one of the reasons why people love this movie so much. And keep in mind, I do like it. I do like the movie, but I think people get so excited when they see like oh, the guy hanging with a knife, and they go, oh my god, like that was in the first Halloween. That's so cool. And the opening credits, they go, oh my god, like that's just like the first movie. There's so much respect, right? Like, oh my god, I respect the director for doing that. And like I'm cool there. Like there's some extent of me is like, yeah, okay, that's cool. Like, all right, like that's cool. But like when you do it 25 fucking times, it's kind of like, dude, you just rehashing. It's like The Force Awakens, right? People were like, oh, it's the same story as A New Hope. That's pretty cool. For me, I was the same thing. I'm like, okay, so you have to have Michael Myers escape from the hospital, right? But you have to like do the exact same scene. And in a way, it's kind of cool because it's like almost like the same scene, but it's like it looks way better, and it's not quite the same scene. So what's different is cool. So I know I'm hating on that a lot, but that for me didn't work as much. I just felt like I was watching all of the scenes from all the other movies put together in a better format, right? So let's see. So I loved the Michael Myers. I loved Michael Myers in this movie. There's so much build-up of him before he has the mask, and you see like side, like little shots of his face. You don't quite see his face, but when he gets the mask, and the first shot of him I think he closes a trunk, and he comes up into the frame, and the music is just unbelievable. Like we have a nice sound system here, and it was like it gave me chills to see Michael Myers look like that. The music on the big TV. It was like, wow, he's home, man. He is home, and he's fucking hungry to kill people. So that hit me. That was phenomenal. When you saw Michael, it was awesome. They did an exceptional job with the costume, the mask, how he moved. That was phenomenal. Jamie Lee Curtis is just, for me, like as much of Halloween as Michael Myers is. So seeing them in the same world together again, and her waiting like 30 or 40 years, like patiently waiting for that night to happen, and she was prepared. That was phenomenal. I really liked the twist towards the end. I thought she was being really stupid for going upstairs, right? Because she takes herself and her family down in the basement and like has like this really cool contraption where she the island slides locked. And I'm like, okay, man, she's safe. Chill out till morning, right? Take a nap. Nope. She goes upstairs. She opens the thing and goes back upstairs to find him. And I'm like, dude, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But of course, there was a trick to get him down into the basement. And when he was down in the basement and she closed it, it was so cool. It was very satisfying. It was awesome. So that was really smart. I love how when she cleared her room, right, with her gun, and she would like lock the door with a gate so she knows he can't go back in there. So she's squinting down to where he is. Very smart. So, I liked it. I did like it a lot. It's really tough when you have such high expectations going into a movie, and then at the end of it, you still like it. That's pretty good. I just, I love what they did in a lot of areas. I wish they would have been a little bit more original in other areas. I think for like a first time watcher to the series, like younger kids, I think this was a slam dunk. So for me, I'd give it a 3 out of 5. That's kind of where I'm at. I know it's a little low. Most people are going to be surprised. But that's kind of where I'm at with it. Maybe 3.5, right? So if I see it again, knowing what I know, I'm sure I'd probably like it better. So let's say 3.5 out of 5, which is pretty good for a horror movie. All right, that's long enough. So, hey, leave your comments below. I'm curious to see what you guys think. All right, so thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.